it's Jamie.
Hi, I'm Gemma.
From Play to Learn Preschool. Thanks for joining us today. We've had a busy week.
Really busy.
We kind of spent the whole summer doing little projects, and then this week...
July we took off.
And we took that was our little project. And then this week, we crammed.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the story of my life. We had our back to school night for families last night, so it was really nice to meet all of our new Play to Learn families. And then the new students and their parents will come tomorrow for about an hour. We do a little mommy and me, or like a little meet and greet in the morning, so that they're not scared on the first day of drop off. Hi Kim, hey Lachey, thanks for joining us. So we have our room pretty well put together.
I don't know how.
I don't know how, because we crammed for 3 days. And we thought that before we stick kids' pictures up all over the room, which is one of the things that we're planning to do this afternoon, that we would take you on a little tour. So, what are some of our disclaimers before we start?
Okay, so
here's some disclaimers about our tour.
We still haven't finished everything. There's still some things that we need to put up on the wall. So
we still have a list like this long of things we have to label.
Yeah. So we haven't finished the snack chart and the
it's a lot of unfinished labeling
space and just a few things here and there. And
what else? We don't have anything set out for centers yet.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that yet.
So it's just the bare bones like classroom tour to kind of show you how we organize everything in our room. And you guys can let us know that you're here, and if you have any questions or anything specifically that you'd like to see, then go ahead and leave them in the comments, and we'll try to just kind of do like a live tour like you were here visiting our school. So we are in Northern Virginia. We are a home-based preschool, so our students come in the mornings only from about 9 to 12, and they are here either 2 days a week, that's our 3-year-old class, or 3 days a week for our 4-year-old pre-K students who are going to start kindergarten in the fall. So this is our 13th school year.
13th.
But that sounds lucky.
Many classes, because some years we've had 1 class, some years we've had 2 classes, and some years we've had 3 classes.
A couple of years we go crazy and think we should have 2-year-olds. And then we take a break for 5 years or so. It's been a little while since we've had one.
The twos weren't so bad. We should do that again.
You know, like they say, like absence makes the heart grow fonder, or like you forget after a certain amount of time how difficult that twos are. Anyway, we haven't had twos for a while. It's been about 5 years.
It's because we have this pact where we both, if one of us says we should do twos, the other one says
no. Remember last time we said only 3-year-olds? I'm teasing. We love 2-year-olds too, but they're different. A different kind of a preschooler. So Kathy, I'll get Betsy out for you in a little bit. She is excited, yes.
You can tell by her face she's excited.
All right, so we're going to give you the full tour. Please leave comments and let us know if you'd like to see something. And then if it's a question that you have that's kind of more complicated, we'll put it on our list of video ideas for the school year. So, were there any other disclaimers other than we're not finished and there's nothing out?
I don't think so.
That's about it. We've got a long list of things to label. Oh, here's one more. So, Brianna, you have 2-year-olds. God bless you.
We do love 2-year-olds.
They're like so energetic and
95.
95 is like 24 2-year-olds.
I know, but I guess we had a 2-year-old class, and then in the afternoon we'd have a 3-year-old class.
4. Yeah,
or 4, and it was just
twos are
crazy.
Twos
are crazy.
They just are.
They're funny.
They're funny, yeah, but they're into everything. So anyway. We probably shouldn't have gone on that whole thing about 2-year-olds.
We do love 2-year-olds.
I mean, I've had a whole bunch of them myself.
Yeah, she has.
Okay, here's my last disclaimer. So I had this, we always have a list of things that we'd like to do better in our classroom year from year. And so one of the things is I wanted to label my center areas a tiny little bit better. We've missed you too, and 6 of them by herself. Brianna has 6 2-year-olds by herself.
You're amazing.
My hat is off to you. We are both early childhood educators, yes. My degree is in early childhood education, and Gemma's experience is in early childhood education. I guess I have a little experience too, but
just a little bit.
I had to pay for a bunch of it. Yes. Anyway, here's my last disclaimer. So I decided that I would label. This wasn't your idea. I won't put this on you.
This is not my idea.
All of the areas of our classroom, like the art area and the blocks. And so I used my silhouette, which I'll leave links afterwards. I wasn't quite sure 100% what we were going to talk about, so I'll go back and leave a link to how I use my silhouette and cut out letters, to like label. You'll see when we show you the room, but the labels are the letters are like
something you need to
like
know
12
about,
inches.
Something you need to know about us is that Jamie likes to do things at the last minute.
Oh,
because we
I'm
always
a
think
crammer.
that's a great idea. We should do that.
it.
And then we do it.
So
and
yesterday,
we're always rushing to do it.
So yesterday morning, we did all the letters, but they're huge, and I'm not 100% sure that I like them. Okay.
I like them.
They're big. You'll have to let us know what you think.
I think it will have to grow on us.
We'll see. Okie dokie. So, hi everybody. Okay, we're gonna give you a tour. I'm just gonna kind of flip the camera around. My husband is home early from work, which never happens.
There's someone walking around.
Oh, you might have a guest visitor. Anyway, we are gonna give you a tour of our classroom just like we would if you came in for a visit. And I'll kind of try to do my best not to make the camera too wobbly and put it down in different places. So, okay, so that's it. So here goes on the tour of our classroom. So it's a huge room, we know. So a lot of times when we show the room, people are like, I wish I had that much space. Hey Karen, we miss you. And I know, it's a really,
we're very lucky.
We're lucky, we've got big space. So anyway, we're gonna give you a tour. We're gonna start at the front door where the kids come in and then kind of show you around at all the different areas of our classroom. So hopefully this will work. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna flip again. Okay. And this is Gemma. Okay, and here we go. So our classroom, we have a back entry here for our classroom, and we'll do another video outside another time. So hey Erica, I know Erica always says our basement is bigger than her whole house. This is kind of Grand Central Station for us, so you're fine. So this is where we have all of our parent information and where we keep our plan book and our attendance and everything. We keep a lot of our books over on this way. All right, and then thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. All right, then we're gonna switch. Whoa, sorry. Okay, so then I'm gonna kind of show you behind us. So when the kids come in, they each have a locker, and oh, we miss you too. Oh my goodness, come visit us. Okay, so Karen and Emmy. So when I have the camera this way, everything looks backwards.
It is really strange.
It is strange, but it's easier for me to read your comments. So the kids each have their own locker, and one of the skills or the routines that we have to teach them the first week of school, which is next week, is how to hang up their backpack,
take off their shoes.
We have them take off their shoes, and I'll show you over here. They put them down on the floor. Maybe should I switch it back around so you could see? Yes. Okay, I will. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I don't know. We need a cameraman. So anyway, they have a little locker, and we're gonna label their. Gemma will kind of show you. So we have their names, and then we're gonna put a picture so that they're able to identify their locker.
So we have the space here ready.
Yep. And so then they hang their. We have to teach them how to hang their backpack. And the way that we communicate with our parents is with these plastic folders. So it's a communication folder. I like it because it Velcros shut.
Oh, this is good. We've had many different kinds.
We've tried many different ones. So the Velcro will make sure that everything stays in there. We put all of their daily reports and any papers and anything like that in those folders. And then the parents send everything back. If they have a note for us or if they have change of clothes or anything, everything fits in that plastic folder. And then they put their shoes down the bottom where the little shoe prints are. So that's just a little welcome bulletin board with their names. And then we have more storage over here. This is kind of like our snack station. So we provide snack. Hey Jana, the daily reports are free download. I'll leave a link for them after we get off. It was another video and you can just edit them. Hey Brenda, thanks for sharing the video. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is just our regular storage fridge, and then maybe Gemma can show you what's underneath. So we have these IKEA drawers, and that's where we keep our cups. Okay, they're not IKEA drawers, they're container store drawers.
The cups are IKEA.
The cups are from IKEA.
Because they're pretty indestructible.
They are. We've had them forever.
We have had them forever.
Hey, you're welcome. And then these are the little pitchers that we use. We fill them with water or milk or sometimes juice. And they're like a mixing cup from Walmart.
Yeah.
And then the kids pour their own juice. They're tiny. They hold, I think, 2 cups of juice.
2 cups, yeah.
And so then they can pour their own cups. So anyway, we keep all of our dishes there. We have bowls and plates and
more pitchers.
We do have a lot of pitchers. And then the, napkins and silverware and stuff. So anyway, the kids help us set the table. We do have a microwave mostly for our own lunches and stuff. And then over here is our snack chart, which this is what Gemma was saying is not quite ready. And apparently a level because we were... the level's still out because we were apparently still hanging things.
I just put the
Yeah, anyway, we'll show you another video of our snack area, but this over here is our spill station. So during snack, how many times a day a week? A day?
I would say at the beginning of the year it's definitely more, and I would say my table, I had a table last year.
You had all the spillers?
At least twice during snack every single day. Every day, yeah.
And so then Gemma this year is like, I'm gonna put a few kids at your table. Anyway, so this is our spill station. So they check the snack board to see what's for snack. And then right next to that we have a paper towel dispenser. So when they spill their drink, then they just hop up and go get some paper towels to dry it up. They can move the trash can over to the side of the spill. And then
for dry spills.
Yes, for dry spills, when the Cheerios go all over the place, they can sweep them up. And then we just put 2 little washcloths there, so if they spill something sticky like juice or milk, then after they mop it up with the dry paper towels, they go to the sink and get a wet washcloth.
So we encourage them to do that because the whole point of preschool is to make them independent.
So definitely that's a learning.
So I know the moms don't probably do that at home, they're just going to clean it all up, but we encourage them to do it, we want them to do it, and if you're a mom, you should have your kids do it.
Let your kids help themselves. So it's not a big deal when they spill, we expect them to do it.
And I normally kind of wipe it afterwards.
Afterwards,
it's been a pretty big spill, but they need to try it first.
Anyway, and so that's one of the routines that we teach them is what you're going to do when you spill. And we usually wait for a good opportunity, which happens about 2 minutes into snack. I think we're good. Is it okay?
Like it was full.
No. Okay, and then they just put their dirty dishes there when they're done, and we carry them up to this upstairs. Okay, so if you were coming in for a tour, then I would say that, here's our snack, or our schedule area, so.
Hey, if anyone has been
from
watching
last
our
year.
videos for a long time, look what I managed to get back over here, the clock. I spent all year looking at this wall at a blank space for the clock. Now,
it's
back
back.
there. I'm very happy.
Oh no, so Facebook is not showing me any of your comments. So if you're commenting, there we go. I can show you I'll put a link for the paper towel dispenser. Anyway, we keep our schedule over here and then we kind of check it throughout the day so we can, we'll put a clothespin up there and then move it around so that they can see how close they are to going home at the end of the day to the dismissal.
Or recess.
Yeah, they like that one because we've got some fun stuff outside. Okay, and then over here is our circle time carpet. I actually might switch the camera back around so we can talk a little bit about this. Let's see. Woo. Still in desperate need of a cameraman, so if you know a cameraman who lives in Northern Virginia, give him our number. Okay, sorry. So I've got the wobbly camera. Anyway, so right behind me is our circle time carpet. And we talked in other videos about how we do circle time, but it is, for us, 3 short periods during the day. We do a quick one in the morning, like a morning meeting where we sing the hello song. Our older kids, we do a short abbreviated calendar with them, and I'll talk about that at another one. Morning meeting.
Then a brief lesson.
Yeah, like some kind of a little mini something lesson about the day, what a morning meeting lesson. Then we meet with them again while they're washing their hands for snack. Gemma's usually the one who's in charge of shuttling
Sometimes
people.
we switch it out.
I need a break from the bathroom duty.
Or she says, I need a break from the singing. And then we switch.
And so we do maybe 5 or 10 minutes in the middle. Everybody's washing their hands before snack, and we do finger plays and songs and that kind of fun stuff.
Link for the pocket chart.
I will leave a link for everything as soon as we're done. Yep, awesome. Thanks for letting me know. I'll put it in there. And then at the very end of the day, we do another circle time where I read them a story. So this is our circle time carpet. We have all of our books over there. We have a word wall with the alphabet. And like in kindergarten or first grade, they hang sight words and all those other things. And we use our alphabet word wall to hang the kids' names. So we're gonna print all their pictures off this week, and then we put their pictures under each letter. So yeah, I'll be under J, Gemma will be under G.
That's confusing.
Betsy will be under B. Okay, so I'll show you our circle time carpet, and we will probably even get Betsy up for you. She doesn't often make an appearance on Facebook Live. Okay, so here goes. Let's see.
Are we getting Betsy?
Yeah, I'll just kind of show you how we can show you how we organize the easel and stuff. What do you think? All right, let us know. Where did we get the stickers for the footprints? We
made them.
We just traced a kid's shoe and cut them out of
And I cut them
cardstock
out.
and glue them down, or put a stick
I
piece
hand
of tape.
cut them.
We hand cut them out.
Stuck them to the ground.
Thank you, Barbara. That was so sweet. Oh, she's from London.
Oh.
Oh, John says hi. Okay, let me switch the camera. Again, thanks for your patience with us. And I will show you our circle time carpet. Okay, so let me put this here so we can kind of see. So this is our circle time carpet area. And we do, that's not gonna work, is it? We do have a whiteboard easel. This is where we kind of store our CDs and our iPod and music. We have some class pets, some fish,
This is
Rick
and friends.
and his friends.
Because they never
No,
managed to, we never managed to get a name.
they never got a name. And then those bottom shelves we usually put puzzles, or sometimes we'll put little games. Those are those.
We switched those out.
We switch that out. Just things that they can do as they're waiting on the carpet. We do not do a ton of sight words with our older group. We mostly work on emergent skills like concept of word. So the children are 3 to 5 years old. And here is asking how old are they. So anyway, we have things like Mr. Potato Heads and Legos and what's in those purple and green?
Little people.
Little people, just like stuff that we can pull out on the carpet sometimes when we need.
Lego. These are my empty
We
ones
need-
because I'm getting ready to put more stuff in.
I think we're gonna put the instruments or
Potato
something in there.
heads and little people.
She's not gonna show them to you. She'll just peek and let you know.
I'm not going to check. Well, we have so many potato heads.
We do have so many potato heads.
Because I obviously have my own children who had potato heads, and every time I need to get rid of something, I just bring
Bring it over here, super. And then underneath our easels where we store our morning work. So if you've listened to any of our other videos, you know that we put a folder game out for our pre-K students every morning. And so that's where we store them. And that's also where we store our carpet games for circle time. So we've done other videos on that, and I know a lot of you use those with your own kids, but that's where we store the carpet games. And we have in those little drawers behind here some stamps. We give them like a little hand stamp. It's just kind of like we just store all this stuff
Things that we
back there. I'm so excited. Hold on, I'm gonna switch back around. I am so excited because we just organized our finger puppets and felt board pieces. I've got it flipped around here.
I know.
And so I'm so excited because we used to have like piles of them or boxes of them, and then they weren't handy. So over the summer, one of the ideas that we had was to try to organize all of our finger plays and felt puppets and everything. So Gemma's gonna flip. Is she gonna flip it around and show you on the back of our easel? We have the simplest, easiest storage idea for our. Oh, she's gonna move the little shelves for our finger plays and puppets and felt stuff. Okay, we're gonna.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so she flipped. We just took this stuff away so you could see the back of the. I'm making you do all the heavy work. All right, so we just hung them in Ziploc bags, gallon-sized Ziploc bags, and maybe Jem will take one off and just kind of show you. So inside the bag is the felt pieces or the puppets with the printable. I know a lot of them are from Art Felt. With
We love
we
Art
love you
Felt.
guys.
We love you.
And then what I did so that I could
Here's the instructions.
yes, the poem or whatever. And then what I did so that we could see what each one was, you know, like when I'm standing there trying to grab them, is I just wrote on a binder clip what the poem is, and then I can just grab them from, you know, when we're doing circle time. So we have a lot of chip clip poems, and I'll share a lot more of those with you during other Facebook Live videos. These are some little hand puppets. We have like a felt glove, and then of course tons of our favorite Art Felt puppets.
Because what we were finding is we had them in a box and we weren't remembering which ones we had, so we figured this was the best way. So if you don't have a fancy easel like this one, we're really lucky it's a big
You can
easel,
just-
it's great.
yeah.
You can just hang a rod up or just put anything behind your
Even a
easel.
clothesline
Yeah,
with
you could do
with
that and hang them
clothespins.
up. This
Yeah.
seems to, we're really excited about this.
I know. So.
I'm really excited about this.
I know. Jem always likes it when I've come up with some kind of a storage solution. So now we'll show you what is in Betsy's.
Should I move this around?
I think it's
Get in
okay.
Okay, so Betsy has always lived in a mailbox for the last 13 years. Poor Betsy. Now, when we started, Betsy was very fluffy. She had a lot of feathers.
Betsy's
Over
our.
the
I feel like
years.
we should say like, Betsy's our class puppet, and she lives in a mailbox.
There she is.
There she is, and she comes out and greets the students every morning.
Yeah.
And then we always do something special with her each day. So if it's, you know, she teaches the kids what the... Betsy looks tired, like she's been in a long summer sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
So if, you know, we're teaching, I don't know, about, I don't know, I can't come up with anything off the top of my head. If somebody comes in wearing glasses or something,
Betsy wears glasses.
we'd probably put her little Mr.
they're
Potato
long.
Head. They're probably in...
She may have packed them.
She
She may have been on the trip.
She goes on vacation in the winter. She doesn't like the snow, and so we put a different puppet in there and write her letters.
Yeah.
The kids just absolutely love her, so...
And when either one of us is holding Betsy, they don't pay any attention to us.
Yeah.
And so it's funny, as the kids get older, they notice that Betsy has an accent.
Betsy has a
When
British
I'm holding her.
accent. Is Betsy faking? That's what I want to know. Is that a fake accent?
You may have seen our video on Betsy. We did a whole video on Betsy.
Oh.
And the kids will say, is
she
real?
real?
And
Yeah.
we say, she's a real puppet.
Brianna just said, and Betsy goes on an airplane. Yes, she does.
Yes, she does. Oh, yeah, she does.
Oh, anyway, so we have a rocking chair there with my phone on it, sorry, where we'll sit and I'll read stories to them. And then this is just sort of how we organize our books. These are sort of our perennial favorites. So these baskets, for the most part, stay the same. We have yearbooks that we've made from Shutterfly each year, so the kids love to read those and see pictures. Anyway, this is kind of like our circle time carpet. So the next area of our classroom is our science and sensory area. And we have three sort of areas here in the science and sensory spot. We had our open house yesterday, so we made this gigantic bulletin board for them to stand and get their picture taken with some photo booth props. So anyway, this is our science center, and I'm super excited because we've got it so well organized for the year, and we'll be sharing lots of ideas for you about the science center for the year. This is our sensory table, which is full of...
Play with them, 'cause then I won't
They're
stop.
really loud.
And they're really loud.
Rainbow chickpeas right now, but it's going to be rice for the first month of school. And then we also have our light table over here, and I'll leave a link. But it's from Whitney Brothers. We love it. Right now they're sorting pom-poms. We have these ice cube trays that are all different colors, and they're sort of clear.
And it's just very quiet.
It is very quiet. They can't really do anything to make it louder.
Even if they throw them.
It's not that
It's
big of a
okay.
deal. Anyway, so that's just a fun little sorting area just to try to teach them, you know, how to use each of the centers. So, Jan, I'm not sure what type of board are those. Oh, the bulletin boards are just like old bulletin boards from somebody's office that were donated to our classroom. We just covered them with white material. Heather loves the science pack. Yay! We have a spot up here for displaying art. So those are just pieces of molding that are, I think my husband did it, screwed and glued to the wall. And then we just put some bulldog clips there and we label them with the kids' names. Isn't that right?
English?
Oh, I think that's American too. Those are binder. Well, anyway. Okay, the ice cube trays I found them at probably Target. But Walmart, yeah, and I can leave a link for those too. Anyway, so this is our science and discovery area. And then this is the part that we really, let me see if I can, let me see if I can get, oh, how are we gonna do this? Sorry. I was gonna do the blocks next, sorry. I tell you what, we are not camera people. And I've got my iPad plugged in, and now it's gonna be kind of weird. So we moved the, look. We moved our block area. So it used to be this like tiny little area that was kind of in the middle of the room. And the problem that we were having, we had it there for 12 years. It was there forever. But the problem that we were having is that we had like a lot of drive-by traffic from the kids, and they would come and knock over what the other kids were working on. It was extremely frustrating. And so we did some reorganizing of a couple areas over the summer, and I'm excited to show you our new block area. So I'm gonna unplug. It doesn't show me what the battery is on the thing, but we'll see. All right, hopefully we won't lose you. If we do, we'll come back. Okay, so I'm gonna show you our block area. So, let's see. So we moved all of the blocks over to here. Do you think those letters are too big for blocks? The blocks aren't bad, and the art isn't bad. I'll show you that in a minute, but I think the others are a little bit too big.
I think that's fine.
Gemma keeps telling me that because she doesn't want to have to recut and hang all the letters. Hey, Brianna, thank you. She says the paint looks great. We did do some repainting. over the summer. The blue is exactly the same. You might have noticed in our circle time carpet that it used to be yellow and now it's purple, but everything else is exactly the same. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out a good way to do this so you don't look, I don't look like I'm on the ground and grow. So anyway, sorry, I need a cameraman. Thank you. You like the big letters. Oh, good. Oh, good, good, good. So we have 3 sets of blocks that are always available. These large hollow blocks,
They're great.
they are great, and we don't have a great place to store them, so they're always here. These Melissa and Doug cardboard blocks are always available, and we have a set of unit blocks that are always available to our students. And then what we're going to do is use this shelf, which, you know, kind of like flipped around from the...
There's a reason.
Why are they empty?
Empty. Goes back to our video from last week before.
Yeah.
Don't put everything
Yeah.
out the first few weeks of school because you will regret that.
In the block area, we tend to add 1 thing a week, and then once they've kind of learned how to do it, and we'll put pictures on to label it, we will leave a lot of those baskets full. We just kind of add 1 thing. And then right behind you are these new ramps that we got, which we're so excited about. They're so cool. So these are from Kodo Kids. I will leave a link for those too. And they provide all these really awesome open-ended play opportunities.
Oh,
wait, then I get back up.
Something here. It's hard when I'm under pressure.
No pressure, no pressure. But it's a set of ramps, wooden ramps, and PVC pipes or like tubes, and all these awesome wooden balls. And it's just really open-ended. So the kids they can use the shelves in the block area or some of the other blocks. Oh, Gemma's gonna get all tricky here. What are you doing? Ooh, okay.
When we were trying them the other day, we couldn't get
The kids are gonna love this. So they might start to notice that when
really satisfying
there
about
is.
this. I don't know.
The wood is so smooth and they're just really awesome. So anyway, we're really excited to share the new ramp set with our different size balls. They can compare speed and the height of the ramp. Anyway, we're really excited about that. So that's our block area. And then I guess I should show you where we store all the extra stuff. So I still have the camera on you, and I might ask you if you could show what's behind the curtain. Okay.
We learned this a long time ago.
We did learn this a long time ago. The very first year we had a student who was a dumper, and this still needs to be labeled. Anyway, so we just hung this Velcro curtain over some of the things that we don't want the kids.
We didn't even sew it.
We did hot glued it,
onto
yes.
material.
And so we just use this for toy rotation. So these are the things that will go, some of the things that will go in the white baskets, and we just rotate them. The labels are a lot of work. We're planning to use the pockets, like the plastic pockets, so we can just switch things out. But anyway, this is what we use to the road blocks. Anyway, that's what we use to fill up the block center with those white baskets. So.
And if you keep it covered,
They'll never even know it's there.
No, the trick is though, you don't uncover it when they're watching.
Oh, that's true. Because I'm like, hey.
Oh,
All right, and then after the blocks, we finally have our dramatic play area, which is kind of like home living. And this is where I think the letters might be too big. Oh, see, they're humongous.
They're pretty big.
And there's a lot of them. Oh my. Anyway, this is our kitchen area, and everybody's gonna probably ask, or if you've not seen any other videos, it's from Childcraft. I don't think it's in business anymore. You can find the pieces, but those corner cabinets actually came with it when I got it. So anyway, this is like our little home living area, so they can cook over here. We've got play dishes, a play microwave, a play dog, play food, and then we have a dress up area over here where they can wear hats or fancy clothes, and then behind that mirror, there's,
Yep.
Okay. We have like money, baby things, jewelry, purses, money.
And if you're ever
shoes.
looking for anything,
It's
that
in the
you've lost
purse.
in the room, it's inside the
It's in the purse.
Or in the baby bottles. I
Yes.
found things. Yes.
They don't think the letters are too big. Okay, well, that's good
Yay,
news.
they're
Yay.
on my side here. Do not reprint them.
Do not recut the letters. This is kind of like our quiet space or our reading corner. So we have these rain gutter bookshelves that are just from Home Depot. They were super cheap and vinyl, and my husband just screwed them into the wall. It was pretty easy to do. Well, it was easy for me because I didn't do it. And we just have some pillows, and we changed these books out so they're seasonal. So right now we've got beginning of school books, but they can just choose a book and then come over here with the pillows and read. And then we also have a little listening center, so they can sit here and put books on CD and listen to stories. So
Yep.
Anything else about that one?
No.
Okay, this tiny little table we use for math centers. So it's not set up right now because like we said, we just had our open house. But we use that pocket on the wall to put math mats or whatever, and then we put all of our math manipulatives on the table in a basket. And all right, so that's the dramatic play and dress up reading. And then right here we've got art. See, those letters don't look too big because there's only 3 of them. But then when you put the letters like for the dramatic play, I think they might be too big. Oh, not too big. Okay, so anyway, this is our art center. It's 3 spaces. We've got this, sorry, walking around. So we have this seated art space. We used to have the construction paper up on top of our art easel.
But I didn't like it.
Gemma didn't like it. So anyway,
I'm really short, and when they're, so to give you an example, so this is up here like this, and I'm over this side.
She was having a hard time seeing
short,
over
and
it.
if something's happening over there, I can't see what's happening. So I think from my sight lines, this works much better for me.
Short girl problems. Anyway, we just put them in there. We'll see how it goes with the kids if they're able to get the papers that they need. And then all of this stuff is going to go away in our closet for the beginning of school, and we will introduce it a little bit at a time. Oh, Brittany, you have such good questions and a good memory. We do still have a guinea pig. She's still upstairs at my house on summer break.
She's still on vacation.
She'll be down next week. But we put Play-Doh tools so they can sit here and do Play-Doh or watercolors or markers. We'll add all that stuff in kind of as we go. And then to close the bathroom door, and I forgot. Anyway, this side is our art easel. At the beginning of the year, it's just paper and crayons. I think some people asked me that last week about what we do at the beginning of the year if we close the centers. We try not to close anything. We just put things that they can't really mess up too much, right?
Yeah,
like,
and it's not too overwhelming.
Yeah, we might, they actually don't go into that stuff, the big letters on the, yes. They actually don't go into the stuff under there too much. So if you have problems, you could always cover it back up. Yeah, they don't really go in that and get.
They really don't.
No, they're not too much. Anyway, here is obviously the bathroom, but we use these like hanging shoe racks to store their change of clothes. So the parents just bring in a change of clothes in a Ziploc bag, and we just put them in there, and then we've got, you know, paper towels and toilet paper. And big number 1. We still have some labeling to do. Just a little bit of labeling, and then this is the final part of kind of our art center. So this is seated art or writing and drawing. This red side we usually mostly use for
waiting to go.
It's like a waiting area. It's like the waiting room for the bathroom.
We say go and sit on the red bench until it's your time to go to the bathroom.
And then here they can write or draw. We store a lot of our writing supplies underneath, so like stamps and glue. And they don't really get into that either.
I feel like it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, it's not too.
They can't really see it in their face. They really don't go and grab it.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Anyway, so those are sort of like the areas of the room. Sorry. And I guess we could show you, people ask me like how we store stuff.
I feel like that's
yeah, those other ones, I can kind of like show you. I'll just flip the camera. We have these white cabinets. You probably noticed them all around the room. Sorry. And inside those cabinets is where we store a lot of our puzzles and books and games. And then up on top, I'll flip the camera in a second, we have these blue boxes. And I can leave a link to the other video. Thank you. And that's where we store all of our thematic materials and math centers and literacy centers and apple centers. They're all in those boxes. Carrie says closet. That's a funny comment.
This is probably the best time to
Carrie.
show it. It's really tiny.
We haven't hid anything in there yet.
Just a little bit.
Yes, and then the other question about the science, I'll do another video on it, but we just put something out each week. It's kind of like a discovery area. So we just pick a theme. Right now it just has sensory battles because of this open house. And I try to put out things that we don't think that they need a lot of direction about. But we will switch it each week, and I'll show you a lot about that in the next couple of weeks. So anyway, here, I promise I'll show you so do you see those white cabinets? That's where we have all of our puzzles and supplies. Art supplies are in there. We can show you those in another day if you want. And then up on the very tippy top, you see they're all the way around the room. That is, those blue tubs have our thematic materials and center materials in them too, by theme. So anyway, that's our classroom. We do take them outside to play every day, and we think we might do a taped video of our outdoor play space.
For privacy.
That's last year people were asking for the outdoor video, and we want to show you everything, but I also don't want my neighbors to accidentally end up on a Facebook Live video if they don't want to. So we think we might tape a video for you, which takes us just a little bit more time, to show you some of the outdoor ideas that we have. So anyway, the kids love the tongs that you won. Yay! Oh, I'm so
Everyone
glad.
loves tongs.
We love our tongs too. Thank you so much for your sweet comments. Listen, if you have other questions about our classroom, please leave them in the comments. We're gonna make a list and we will be on Facebook Live. Our plan is to see you as much as possible. On good weeks, we'll be here every day. Sometimes, life gets crazy or the preschool needs something that's gonna take our time. And so we'll do our best to just come every day and share with you.
We plan to at least show centers for the week.
Yes. Erica says she likes the purple. Me too.
I like the purple as well.
The yellow is casting like a weird color on everybody. Yeah, we think it's a little bit more calming. Yeah. So our kids, Sherry's asking, they're 3 to 5 years old. And they're usually here for 2 years. And we have them 2 days a week the first year and 3 days a week the second year. We are so excited about our students in our classroom. Thank you guys. We love what we do.
We do.
And I would just say, find a way to love what you do too, because preschool can be a really fun and magical place. So thank you guys. All right, leave us your comments about other things you'd like to see.
Any subjects you want to...
Any subject.
Anything. Anything.
That's really ambitious. Any subject.
I'm ambitious.
Any subject, Jem will make you a video for.
Yes.
Any subject?
No, not quite. Maybe. As long as it's not how to make an oven out of a cardboard box. I think
You're good at that.
I thank you.
Okay. We could totally do a video about
We
how to
could do
make
that.
things
If
out
you
of
need
cardboard boxes.
instructions on how to make things with duct
Anything
tape
out of a cardboard
and
box.
cardboard box, I'm the person to go to.
Yeah. Anyway, have a great day playing and learning with your kids, and we hope to see you again on Facebook Live next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.